Ай-яй! Что нахуй? Всем доброго времени суток, уважаемые дамы и господа! Call of Juarez, Gunslinger, мы продолжаем. Продолжаем головы разносить нахер. И по заданию нам надо найти братьев Далтонов. Я уж и забыл, что мы на болоте остановились. Пидорасы. Тоже мне, блядь, Клинт Иствуд. Окружить хотят, сука, пидорас. А как туда залезть? Блять. Ты же хуй залезешь. Что это они на коктейльный молотого, что ли, кинули? Ты, блядь, будешь лежать-то? Откуда? Пидорас, блядь, ты где? Бум! Бля, я его в упор не вижу. Бум! Динамиты бросают. Бля, где он? Сука. Заебали. Бум! Бум!
Ready to meet your maker.
А, шухер.
I'm gonna blow your damn head off.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Может, что-то где самородок есть? Самородок истины. Да нет, ни хрена. Залупа здесь. Коня. Прошу прощения. Чека. Чекпоинт. ЧП. Нихуя себе. А выглядит как человек.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern-wheeler or a side-wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from our house, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Ебать их там, целая армия. Да нет их немного. Бывало и больше. Где мой самородок, блядь, истинный? Сука. Блять, они только избираются. Нет, без прицела из винтовки стрелять вообще не вариант. А вот и самородок. Где-то рядом. А где он? А-а-а. Ну, норм.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Что-то изображение нестабильное. Это плохо. Здесь нету.
You can't hide from me. I'm gonna make you pay for that. That must have hurt.
Где же самородок-то?
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Бум! Так, самородок я нашел. Ну, бля, можем продолжать, значит. Ебать, град пуль.
Kill you with either hand.
Тупо град пуль.
You bastard!
Чуть не убили, пидорасы. Да, быть охотником за головами довольно опасная профессия. И чертовски, наверное, выгодная. Вообще борода, а? Нихуя себе. Это Титаник целый какой-то, лабиринт, блядь, на колесах. Блядь, сеть тут непроходимые. Свой.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
Ага, ну понятно. Но один самородок я так и не нашел.
But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
Ну, ёпта.
The Daltons had played
Not
me
so
like a
tough
fiddle.
after all this.
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Oh, yeah, but I was in a
Did you hear
fight.
about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So
В натуре
anyway,
Титаник.
Stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But
Как я
somehow I
залез-то?
managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Сейчас я вас, блядь, нашинкую свинцом, сука. Пидорасы, блядь. Я вас нахуй всех нашинкую. Насквозь нахуй. Насквозь, блядь.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Кажись, я одному яйца отстрелил, а другому просто грудь прострелил.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
Эпизод 7. Дикий бунч
It was
какой-то.
1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch. I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Bush, a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Возьмем вот это. Интересно, во время...
Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely
во
hit
время их
such a treasure,
рассказа у
and by
меня
God, I figured right.
там это, не прерывается звук. А то по раз замечал во время их рассказа, звук прерывается прямо жестко. Блять, я там один самородок истины не нашел в прошлом эпизоде. Уже дилижанс грабят. Нихуя себе! Жесть!
They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. So I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Блять! Ты пройдешь нормально. То и дело что-то падает. О, блядь, динамит. Вместе со взрывателем.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing. Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route.
Тут столько разных разговоров, что мне самому говорить ничего не надо.
But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Так, а мне куда надо? Ну, блядь. Не дадут посмотреть, что там.
Jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados.
Иди нахуй.
What the hell?
Гуляй лесом.
You hear me? You're
Ты, сука. Насквозь не пробивается. Иди нахуй. Нахуй, я сказал. Нахуй, я сказал. Что тут, где тут?
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
I'm just getting started. You can't hide from me.
Откуда? Где этот пидорас сидит?
Gotcha.
Ага.
Cocksucker's back.
Заебал. Так бы сказали, что он сверху.
At times, it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
You better hide.
Вот так. Отличненько. Джордж был плосконосный Гарри.
Kept hoping the law would show up and give me a
You
hand.
mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Нихуя их тут. Нихуя их тут какой наеб.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that?
Бля, шухер.
Die!
Новая способность. Глянь, что тут.
Can't hide forever!
Выходи по одному. Всех накажу.
He's killing everybody!
You ain't seen the likes.
He'll kill us all!
You ready for a belly?
Куда идти хоть? Тут самороды где-то рядом. Но где? А, вот он. Как мужик хорошо лег. Опаньки.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few
Okay.
stragglers were left, and I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Вот так дела и делает. Ебать.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my innocent, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry,
Who was he?
the fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that. On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America. They ended up
Вот
living
так дела
down
и
there for
делают.
many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that. I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer, hope that he was back with them.
Ну что ж, уважаемые дамы и господа, давайте с вами на этом закончим. Мы прошли 2 главы. Остальное будет в следующих сериях. Спасибо всем, кто был со мной. Спасибо всем, кто смотрел меня. Ставьте лайки, вешайте гайки, пишите комменты. И увидимся с вами в следующих сериях. До новых встреч. Пока-пока.